Welcome back everyone. Yesterday Farah promised to meet us at the bath, so today we're passing this really cool looking well slash reservoir area in order to get to her. And continuing the trend from before, these platformings are going to get increasingly complicated. So right now we have these falling platforms. These platforms are both on a timer and they also trigger based on where you are on the platform. So if I stay for too long like this, they'll fall apart. But if I cross a specific threshold, the path behind me will also crumble. So the way to get past this, I might have soft locked myself here, hopefully not. But yeah, the way to get past this is generally just continuing to move forward and make sure we are not backtracking, because backtracking is the more likely scenario where we get ourselves killed as opposed to the platform just falling off from underneath us. So once we pass a certain point of the platform, the path behind us will fall apart. So we want to make sure we are not trying to backtrack in any way. But generally, like, hold on. But generally, as long as we keep moving forward, we are pretty safe. The timing is really generous. The right way. And because we are having to go longer and longer before we reach solid ground, so right now we have to go through all these icicles, or what are these? These are kind of like rocks, right? Are these rocks or are these icicles? But yeah, because we have to go longer and longer before we reach solid ground, that gives the developers some time to make these really long and cool looking and cinematic climbing sections that they otherwise wouldn't be able to do if we reach solid ground in 2 parkours, say for example. And because I used up all my sand cans, I'm just going to use the sand cloud over here. Yeah, so you can see just how annoying it is to fight these bears. I still have a majority of the swarm with me, and they're taking forever for me to take out. And I'm just hoping one of them don't get stuck underneath the platform. So this kind of descent here, this is kind of weird. So you see this ladder over here, it extends all the way down, but at the same time there's also this platform over here in the middle, and this other ladder over there. So to go down from where we are, there's actually multiple ways you can do it. So one way you can do it, you can take this ladder and then just go down and take that other one and go from there. Or you can come up for whatever reason and then go the long way and take that other platform on the far side. Which is kind of strange how they made 2 ways to descend to the bottom. Normally there's only just one. I wonder if there's a change they made from the console version, where they added something else to the PC that was not there in the console version. Maybe that other section wasn't there on the console version. Or maybe you couldn't wall run like this in the console version. I wouldn't know. Oh wow, they're actually following me to the exit. Wait, are they trying to follow me to the exit? What are they doing? Oh, okay. And right now we have a rope puzzle. And the puzzles in this game really are my favorite. Even better, they are even better than all those parkour sections. So the parkour sections are usually linear, but then the puzzles, the developers really took their time to have some fun with it. Specifically this one, there are multiple dead ends that you can get yourself into. And the game actually expects you to go towards at least one of those dead ends. That's why there are a lot of water over here, and there are a bunch of sand clouds scattered around, because they expect you to use a lot of your sand powers to rewind, and for you to take a lot of damage just by falling down from these balancing beams or taking the wrong jumps. So one of those dead ends is that this beam over here. This looks like this would be a good area to go to, but then you actually can't cross from over here, and you can't go up either. So you end up having to backtrack.
Whoa.
And these bats, the best thing to do is to just take the damage they're going to give you, but let them gather in a close enough swarm. Oh, that time was too close. Yeah, because what can happen if you are overzealous with your sword swing is that you won't take damage, but you also wouldn't be able to hit them either, and they'll just continue to scatter around you, and that will make the fight take forever. And over here, there's another dead end. So we want to get to this rope, and most people would expect us to be able to just climb up from over here, but then we actually couldn't. And if you follow like that kind of linear thinking, then you would think this broken beam would also lead to somewhere, but it also doesn't. So we climb up over here, we take this rope, and then normally you would expect us to be able to swing from this rope to the one that's in front of us, but because there's a wall in the middle, that ends up not working as well. And if you take it, you just fall down and die. So instead we have to come over here and just shimmy our way towards that other beam that's across. And once we get ourselves into the middle, we line ourselves up with this rope, and then we jump. And then from here we take this other rope. But because there's no rope in front of us, we have to take this little concave over here. Oh, I think I did this wrong. Yeah, I did this wrong. Oops. So I have to wait for the other one to reach the end. There. Yep. And down below is a sand cloud, just because the developers expect you to use a bunch of sand powers. And this is the way up, but because there's also a hidden area over here, we're going to explore it and find ourselves a new health upgrade from inside. Yeah, I was trying to get fancy and bounce myself up to that middle beam. I should have just taken the long way. But it doesn't matter though, because the health upgrade would refill our health. And because I'm getting really close to getting the next sand tank, so I'm just going to skip this sand cloud just in case I need to recharge my dagger for whatever reason later on. Because I don't want to get that 5th sand tank and an additional power bar. That would make it take a lot longer to recharge my Mega Freeze. And once we climb up here, we have a pretty long combat section that we'll be getting ourselves into. There are a lot of enemies over here. I think they put like 2 waves of enemies together in this section. And over here is a conveniently placed pool of water, just in case you took damage from that fight. And I think this is a pretty good place to stop. Come back tomorrow, we'll meet up with Farah, and we'll begin moving towards the coolest part of the fight for sword upgrade number 2. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.